Tracy, Bunny.
This is what I have
Cue
to
Bunny.
put up with in the office.
Hannah. Hannah. Cue Hannah. You had an animal. What did you do with it? Alright. We're gonna go.
All right, what's up, Quest Team? Welcome to the Rich Kids office. We get a lot accomplished in a day, as you can imagine. Thank you. Okay, they're gone. And I hope you guys are enjoying my lovely background because I'm pretending like we live somewhere tropical because apparently we live in like Seattle now or something where it never stops raining. So I just am here to talk about this week. So what you just saw is what happens when you tell everyone to be quiet because you're about to film your video for the week. So you're welcome for that. But this week we are launching our series for the summer on Road Trip, and we are talking all about the Israelites' journey from Egypt to the Promised Land all summer long. So this week is going to kind of be our intro week, and we're going to talk about the first 9 plagues. And so this is going to be all setting up for the rest of the summer. And so for small groups specifically, because I know that's what you guys really need to know about, we are going to be first of all practicing our verse. So I mentioned it in team time, but just so you're aware, I know many of you talked to me about the importance of memorizing scripture and you really want to see that focused more in small groups. So we are going to be giving a new verse every 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll hit some of those every other weekers. And so practice your verses every week. Sometimes you can practice looking them up and using the different games that we've been doing. I'm going to include a version of one of those in each week's lesson, but if you have a different plan and you're willing to do that for your group, that is awesome. So this week, these next 2 weeks, the verse is Psalm 31:5. Into your hands I commit my very life, Lord. Set me free. You are my faithful God. And that's going to be our overwhelming theme for this whole series about how God is so faithful, just like he was with the Israelites. So you have that activity for your small groups, and there's also some discussion questions. But the main thing we're going to be working on is gathering some different food items to represent in each of the 9 plagues. And as you do this activity, I really want you to talk about with your kids what it would have been like to live during that time, what it would have been like to be an Egyptian and have Israelite slaves, and how that would have been a normal life, and how you would have felt and worshipped these statues and false gods, and then what it would have been like to be an Israelite and to both of them to live through these plagues and to see God moving and his hand in all of these things. So I don't have all of the supplies at this time. I'm still waiting for my last Amazon Prime shipment, which should be here sometime this evening or afternoon. But I did want to get this video out, so you'll have to forgive me for not having all the things. But the finished product is going to look similar to this and be tied together. And so each child's going to get a plastic bag, and then there will be 9 things that go inside. For example, a pack of Kool-Aid will represent when the water was turned into blood. The animal crackers will represent when the cattle was destroyed. The black licorice will represent the darkness, and the little white sprinkles that are stuck to it represent the gnats that were there. And then there will be other things as well. Each child will put a label on the front, if you can see. So there will be frogs. There will be jelly beans for flies. There will be red burnt peanuts for the boils. There will be green, there will be mini marshmallows for the hail. There will be green Mike and Ike's for the locusts. And there will be, sorry, I'm trying to read this backwards, very small. And then the licorice is for the darkness. So these are the items that will be going into the bag. And so this is just to remind their families as they take them home what each item is standing for. So I think it will be a fun way to emphasize what we're learning. A few practical things about this, because if you are like me, I would, if someone told me about this, I would be stressed a little bit. But just remember to have a plan for small group and execute your plan, and it'll go really well. Each item is going to be bagged individually in your bin. So I highly suggest if you just take one item out, talk about what that item is, then pass it around. Everybody takes their item, put that Ziploc it away, take out the next item. Do not just put all 9 items out and let it be a free-for-all. First of all, we don't have enough resources for that to happen. Second of all, it will be a disaster. Third, you will feel frustrated. So have a plan and execute. I will have a piece of paper showing how many items of each thing people can take. For example, each child can have 2 black licorice. They can have 6 animals, but they're only going to get like 1 of the green locusts. A lot of that just depending on cost and all of that sort of thing. So please pay attention to that when you get to your small group bin. All right, so I think it's going to be a fun way to just emphasize though these the plagues, and to talk about them more and kind of set up the story for the rest of the summer. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the beautiful sunset behind me and the lovely palm trees. I'm going to be by the pool if anyone needs me. Have a great night and see you soon.